This is going to be entirely unscripted, entirely unoutlined, entirely on everything. Because I just want you guys to hear my just reaction to this. Because holy moly, I did not expect to get something like this. This just happened into my lap by an anonymous donator who is somewhat local to me. I had to drive a bit to go pick it up. And, well, let's just say this was a score I never anticipated I would ever get in my life. This is one of my Grail machines. Well, is my Grail machine, I should say. Because this is the machine one of my friends had when I was first getting into computers. And it was the machine I wish I could have. It was so badass looking. What ended up happening was a bit of a story time. I started out on a Macintosh LC for my computer, my own personal computer that I owned. And I got it from a friend who worked at a school district and they were throwing them out. So she managed to grab me one of them and said, hey, here you go. Have a fun little starter computer with like ClarisWorks on it and such. And I used that computer for a bit. Unfortunately, it ended up kind of suffering a bad hard drive. So some friends of mine, well, not friends at the time, but the person who gave me the computer knew a couple of people who knew what they were doing with computers and introduced me to them. And they worked for a computer recycler and they had access to better machines on the regular. So what they ended up doing was hooking me up with a Power Macintosh 8100, which would be a Grail machine to me, but the problem is they are hard to find in good shape because the internal structure is all plastic and it's made of the really brittle plastic, so they fall apart really easily. So I can't really get my hands on a good one, and even if I did, I'd be scared to do much with it. So it's a Grail machine that's kind of out of reach for the moment. So after having the 8100 for a bit, my friend ended up getting a 9600, which, as we see here, that's what this is. I mean, no spoilers or anything. He got a 9600 and he had a 9500 at the time. So he ended up giving me the 9500 as he upgraded, and I had the 9500 for a while, and I actually put a G3 upgrade in it, I believe, and it was just an awesome machine up until I got an iMac G3, which I believe was a DVSE, and I could go on and on, but that's beside the point. This machine is always that one I looked up to because it just looked so badass and so awesome, and it was the last Mac that Apple ever made that was really this expandable, I believe up until the Mac Pro 2019. I'm not sure how many slots that has in off the top of my head, but this has 6 industry standard PCI expansion slots. So it's a very beefy machine, and the G3 Mini Tower, which I've already worked on, doesn't even come close to how expandable this thing can be. So if we go over here and just look at the little thing here, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but I'll read it out to you. High performance with maximum expansion and upgrade capabilities. Power Macintosh features 200 MHz PowerPC 604E, so not the EV, unfortunately. RISC processor with 512K level 2 cache, upgradable to faster 604E processors. So yeah, it's socketed, very nice. The aforementioned PCI slots, new easy access tower design, which I believe inspired the blue and white G3 and the later G4 machines and how they opened up. RAM expandable to 768 megabytes. I'm not sure if that goes higher now because the proliferation of higher density modules and such, but I'm never going to have that much RAM ever because RAM for this machine is not easy to find, and I'm actually probably going to sacrifice 2 other machines to max this thing out, at least as far as I can take it. Built-in 12-speed CD-ROM drive, accelerated 2D graphics PCI card with 4 megabytes of VRAM. We're going to change that. Built-in 10BASE-T Ethernet networking, which is nice because I do have an AAUI adapter, but easy internet access, Mac OS pre-installed. And the side just has the barcodes. I don't believe there's anything on the other side we should really see. No, it's just a duplicate of everything. Actually, that includes Netscape Navigator. How nice. So, I didn't really look in the box. I know the Power Mac is in here, but let's see what else is in here. Alright, hopefully this is a good enough angle because I can't really get much better than this, unfortunately. Let's open her up. And you can already see the Power Mac just kind of peeking out there. Oh man, it's got all the original styrofoam and everything. I mean, I kind of know this part. I've seen inside the box, but past the styrofoam is really going to be a surprise to me. I actually let this sit in my garage for a few days so it could kind of exit my mind so you could get a little more genuine of a reaction. But come out. Oh man. It's still got the original wrap on it. Oh man, oh man. Oh, we've got goodies. Welcome, look inside. What's in? Not much. Just the original power cord. Wowee. You know, it'd be cool. Unfortunately, I don't feel them in here. But it would be cool to have some restore discs. Guide to Apple customer services. Oh yeah, the registration card. Is it? Oh, it might be filled out. No, it is filled out because it was torn off. So someone got their free whatever, the dinger they got. Here's what's supposed to be in the box. Obviously this is not brand new, so your Apple support card. I guess this tells you, this pretty much gives them your file. Interesting. You need America Online. Backlink Plus. Oh no, don't copy my registration number. Technical information. But fine, everything comes out. What is in here? Let's tell us what SCSI devices or IDs are available. What tells us very technical information. Neat. I read that first and I was like, don't tell me this is an MP. And I just didn't see that. That's pretty cool. And then the Power Macintosh Owner's Manual. I might read that for fun later. Yeah, really not much to see in here, unfortunately. So getting this out is going to be a pain. So I'm going to pause the video while we do this. Alright, now that I'm pretty sure my back is never going to forgive me and I'm sitting down, let's go ahead and unwrap this thing. Ooh. Wow, this thing is a sight for sore eyes after the G3. Oh, man. Holy moly, this thing is clean. Whoa, shit. Oh, this makes me so happy. So, back here, we do have dual Ethernet because I see the AAUI port back here too. We do not have the AV stuff, but I might be able to add that because some of you on Twitter may have seen when I posted about the G3 Mini Tower way back when I first got it. I actually ended up getting a 8600 as well. And I wanted to build that machine up, but unfortunately what I'm probably going to do is transfer most of its drives over into this machine here. Because that 8600 has a SCSI zip drive and potentially a working SCSI CD-ROM drive. If the CD-ROM drive in that doesn't work, I'm probably just going to yoink it out of the 6500 and make this thing work, because this machine is going to get all my attention from here on out pretty much. So let's go ahead and give her a little rotation and let's see what's inside. Again, oh man, this is a sight for sore eyes right here, because like, again, just look at how clean this is. Oh my lord. After having to deal with the G3 and all of its rust problems, oh man, this is so nice. I am so glad I got this thing. Like, oh, you don't even know. So unfortunately, we are missing the hard drive. Thankfully, I have a blue SCSI, but the problem with the blue SCSI is they aren't exactly performant. So, this thing's going to be a bit on the slow side, unfortunately, for hard drives, because this is before Apple decided IDE was a good thing to standardize on. I'm going to have to deal with that at some point, probably between segments. I do have a blue SCSI kind of close by. I have a DB25, but external SCSI tends to be a bit slower than internal SCSI, so I'm probably not going to use that, and I want something a little more permanent in here. So I'm probably going to just rip the blue SCSI out of my Quadra 700 for now and just drop it in here. But geez, man, this thing does not look like it's seen even a lick of use. I have to take it in for a minute. I might edit out the pauses here, but know that I'm like just taking this machine in right now because there's not really any dust in it. It just looks like it's never been used. Either that or whoever had this before me cleaned it out before handing it off to me. I'm just impressed with how good this thing looks. Alright, well, let's get it to a more favorable angle and we'll take a peek inside. Alright, I know these angles are awkward. I am so sorry, but it's kind of what I have to work with, unfortunately. So, let's go ahead and open this thing up. Oh my god, they just... Everything in this case is so smooth. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, man. Is this karma for the G3, dealing with the G3? I sure hope it is. Ew! Ew! Get it out! Get it out! I'm gonna have to find a cache module for this too. That's on my docket. But as we can see, can't get that out. Jerk. I'll get it out probably off camera. Don't worry, Ron. That's gonna be out very, very soon. I promise. But wow. Just holy moly. Just as I remember it, the 604 card. And there are G3 ones you can throw in here, of course. It is my goal to get one at one point. Because if I get a G3 card in here, this thing is usurping the mini tower in every possible way. My other plan is to get eventually an ATA card or a SATA card. And SIL 3112, I believe it is, base card. Because those will apparently work seamlessly in Mac OS. They act like IDE drives, so... That's on my list at some point, but yeah. Again, just taking in this thing because my god, this looks just pristine. I see, unfortunately, we do have the stock RAM, so that means we unfortunately have, I think, 32 megabytes in here, so we are going to have to upgrade the crap out of this thing. And as I mentioned, I do have an 8600 that I also believe has a stock RAM in it. The CPU in that thing is also the same speed, so I'm not going to bother taking the CPU out of it. But we do have some work to do because, yeah. I'm noticing another SCSI bus here, which is interesting. I wonder if there's 2 full SCSI buses in here. That'd be kind of neat. I don't think not even a lick of dust in here. Oh my god. My god. There's no dust anywhere. I keep... Oh man. I hope you can hear through the camera just how ecstatic I am. Like, holy moly. The person who gave me this machine, you know who you are. I know you watch my channel. This is amazing. And no words can tell how much I appreciate this. The reason I don't thank them profusely and just dedicate the rest of this video towards just gushing towards them is I believe they did ask not to be named. So I'm not gonna name them, but they know who they are. Wow. Oh man. Do these memory sticks just yoink right out, or are these... No, these are not plastic. Please tell me these pull straight out. Oh no, there are ejector clips on the sides here. Okay. But wait, this is a little concerning because I guess this one went missing up here. Well, I mean, I'm not going to probably be removing any modules from this because we're going to be probably just using every single slot afforded to us as we can because I don't have enough modules to fill this whole thing up. So I'm going to hope that this thing takes the very same RAM the 6500 does. That way I can just stack it full of RAM. We should have... there's 32 stock in here, and there's 32 stock in the 8600. Then there's 64 in the 6500. That should give us 128, and that should be a healthy amount of RAM because this thing is never going to see OS 10, at least not until I get it way more RAM and a G3 upgrade. So if I can get 128 in this thing, I'll be perfectly happy with that. It'll be a perfectly adequate amount for what I plan to do with this machine. So it's gonna wrap up this segment. It's probably gonna be a long time, and about a long time I mean like a couple days before we get to the next segment. But for you guys, it'll be a few seconds because of the magic of video editing. So again, I am, holy shit, dude. I know I cursed, but I feel it's perfectly justified here because there's not a speck of dust on this machine. Oh my god. Oh, well, you know what we're gonna do, right? Let's see if she'll boot or she'll chime. Sorry for all the tripod noise. Ooh, the lights just dimmed a little bit. Okay. Oh, here goes nothing. Smoke test. No chime. The volume might be turned down though, maybe. I don't know. Okay, well, that was uneventful, but my plan is to go grab the 8600 and rob it of its parts and go rob the Rage 128 out of the G3 mini tower, and we're gonna chuck this thing somewhere and replace it with a good video card. So till then, I'll see you then.